I'm going to show you two little games that you can play to decrease the snatchy, nasty grabbing that dogs do. So this dog takes treats too roughly, she crowds your space, she snaps at your hand, and all those things make it more difficult to train her. So if I want to put a treat down here, she snaps at my hand, and sometimes she's mugging me with her face, trying to get it sooner than I want to give it to her. So I'm going to show you these two games, but I want you to think like this. If you were eating in a restaurant and you ordered and then you got impatient, you're waiting in your booth for the food to come, and you're hungry and you're aggravated and you just want it fast, and you see your waitress coming with the food, and you get up from your booth and you go over and you take it from the waitress and you eat it. That would be rude. You might even be asked to leave. But if you sit in your booth, you order your food, and then you wait, you can still be impatient. You can even be grumpy, but you stay seated in your booth. When the waitress comes over, she gives you your food, and then you eat it. You look like you're polite. So we're not changing the inside of our patience levels or anything like that. We're changing our behavior. And the behavior is wait for your food until it's given to you. So often when we give a treat to a dog, we don't think about how we're giving the treat to the dog. We just think the dog gets a treat. So something like this. We go like this. Sit. Good dog. And we give the treat. And we don't pay any attention to how the dog takes it, because in our minds we're thinking, I'm giving a treat, I'm giving a treat. It belongs to the dog. But it doesn't belong to the dog until I place it in its mouth. If it's in my hand, it's mine. So think about those scenarios. I think the restaurant one is a good one to remember. We want to be polite, we want to be orderly, we want to take things once they are given to us. So this is called the alligator. I'm going to hold food in my hand, and I'm going to lower it to the dog's face. And anytime the dog's face goes towards the food, I'm going to start all over again. See if I can get her in your view. So notice that her jawline is pointing up at me. Watch the change in the dog's body and watch when I choose to give it to her. You move towards it, it goes away. But you get another chance. You move towards it, it goes away. Boom. Actually scared her. Did you see I scared? She was like, I don't know how I'm getting the treat. Okay, watch that again. It's like a beautiful thing that you can see. Each repetition will get better and better. You ready? I'm not saying anything like gentle or easy or anything like that, because I want the dog to learn to take treats gently. I don't want to have to tell her, and I don't want everybody who ever gives this dog a treat to have to worry about asking her to be gentle. I want her to take it nicely. All right, so if this is the dog's face and this is the treat, I don't want this, I want this. Boom. All right, watch it again. I don't want this. I want this. Boom. When you feed a dog like this hurts a lot if they bite you. But if you can bring the food to the dog and then change your hand like this, even if there's teeth involved, that's not going to hurt nearly as much. So by taking it away, I'm reminding her that there are rules and manners. Slowing everything down. And the reason, folks, that she's laying down is because I have been working on down more than any other behavior. So she's doing what's called a default. I don't know what you want, but I know you love it when I lay down. Okay, I'm gonna try to get different angles to make sure that you see her face. You ready? So that's the alligator. Here's another version of the same game. It's just a different one. I call this the elevator, okay? This is a little bit simpler for things like children or people with arthritis or just people with slow reflexes. This is easier. So the first one I came like this, changed my hand when it was time to feed. This one I'm just gonna lower it like an elevator, okay? So here we go. Sunny, come here, baby. Watch the dog's jawline. She stays still and parallel to the floor, and then I bring the food to her. You can even pause right here and make sure that the face is slow and then go, you're still, you get it. Again. See the stillness? Good dog. The longer, you shouldn't hold it for a long time and aggravate them, but if you kind of hold it for a second and be really sure that the dog is still, you're building extra impulse control inside your dog. One second, 2 seconds, there you go. So if you practice these like a game, and then you pay attention to yourself when you actually feed the dog a treat, then you're gonna put those two things together. So you play it like a game, and then you start to use the skill that you and the dog have learned, and then you can do something like this. Sit. See what I mean? So instead of just rewarding her, I'm rewarding her with a technique to improve the self-control, make sure there's no snapping, no biting, no nothing. Hope that helps.